Hey guys, back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get to the fire giant and travel to the snowy area of Elden Ring. So you have to get to the Grand Lift of Rold, so you can put like a waypoint there or something. So you got to travel over to there first. So just got to travel over there. You'll already have the medallion after going through Latenna. So don't worry about if you have the medallion. As long as you've already killed Morga and everything in Latenna, you'll just have the medallion. So yeah, so now we're gonna out here. We are at the Grand Lift of Rold, and we're going to get off Torrent. Yeah, we have to get off Torrent. We're gonna hoist a medallion. There we go. Gonna watch a little cutscene here. And there we go. So that should take us to the now above the it's taken the lift has taken us up, and we are now in the mountaintops of the giants. I believe the Grand Lift of Roll took us to the mountaintops of the giants here. That's the first part. We're past the Forbidden Lands area. We're now in the higher parts, the mountaintops of the giants. So there we go. Can we pop on back on Torrent? And yeah, okay, so there should be a map like right about here. Whenever you see like this like thing that looks like a lantern with like a light in it or something, anything that looks like a lantern or something, that's like the map. Yeah, see like that little thing that looks like a kind of little lantern there on the map that I just put a waypoint on. Yeah, that means that the map is there. So as you can see, yeah, it's exactly where I put it. So like if you're having trouble like finding like the map for places, you just gotta look on the map, and whenever you see that little icon, that's where the map is. So the game actually tells you where the map is. So don't worry about that. And also, if there's fog blocking the area, you just gotta explore that area a little bit. Just kind of run around through the fog, and the fog on the map will clear. Like, because the area I was in, there was fog there earlier, but it's cleared up now. So yeah. But alright, so yeah, so now we got the map. We have a little area here. So now when you see that little like telescope there, you see at the top of the map that little telescope up there. That's like our main. That's where we're gonna go, and that's where I'm gonna start. Like I'm gonna like edit less once we get to that telescope icon on the map. That's where I'm gonna like kind of do less editing, and I'm just gonna show like actual running because it's gonna get a little bit harder there. It's gonna be hard to see, so I'll show a little bit over there on the map. But yeah, now if you go a little bit further, if you look on the map, you'll also see there's like a pretty like narrow passage. But yeah, like along there. So you can see there's like a very narrow path on the map, and there literally is like a really narrow path there. So yeah, you just gotta run through the Zammer ruins here first. Run through the Zammer ruins. There's some good stuff here you can get, which I will show in another video. But for now, we're gonna pass that. Yeah. So here, this is like the path. If once you got here, if you see this like narrow path, this you're going the right way. And then just past the narrow path, we'll be at a site of grace where we can talk to Melina, and she'll kind of tell us what we're gonna do next on our quest here. So let's listen to what she has to say.
Think not of the kindling. I shall see to that. All I ask of you is to make the journey to the snowy mountain tops of the giants, far above the clouds. I know I'm asking you to commit a cardinal sin, but it must be done to reach the path beyond. And that is the path I wish to travel. What is your mind?
Alright, so after we have a little talk with Melina, she's like, we're gonna commit some sins. Yeah, you're gonna now travel to that like telescope thing on the map. That you see, it's like right at that telescope. In the footage I put the like my waypoints like they're all off. My waypoints are super off. But yeah, it's actually like right where that telescope icon is on the map, like right behind that. It's right there. So also there are some golden seeds around the area, so you can go pick those up. Get more flask charges to that. Um, but yeah, so now once you got to that side of Grace, and that near that telescope, we're gonna have to run through this like place where it's really kind of hard to see here. So that's why I'm gonna like edit less in here. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, the side of Grace is right by that telescope. Yeah, so if you're still wondering, it's like right there. The side of Grace that I have, right? It's like right there. Yeah, right where the telescope is. And this is the freezing lake site of Grace, and it's called the freezing lake because it's right by a literal freezing lake. This is the freezing lake that we're running through now. And it's really hard to see. You cannot see a single thing. It's gonna get worse, progressively worse as we run through here. So we want to make sure that you just want to make sure you know where you're going, and so just follow along with me right now. It can be very scary, especially once you encounter a gigantic dragon who comes to attack you. Yeah, Borealis of the freezing fog. Yeah, just run past him. Don't fight him. He may shoot some stuff at you. Just as long as you keep running, you shouldn't take damage. If you like bump into a tree or a wall or something like that, then he might hit you with something. Like right about here, I'm probably gonna hit a wall. Okay, yeah. So I'll try to do some. Gonna try. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now I got frostbite. Yeah. Okay. And see, because I'm jumping up at the wall now, I'm gonna get hit again by this guy. Just, yeah. Don't don't die. As long as you don't die, it's good. All right. Don't die. I don't even have that much health. I have like 30 something, like 38 vigor or something. As long as you got more than that, you're fine. Even less is okay. I mean, usually around here you should be like above level 100. All right, I think that's good. Just try to be above level 100 in this area. It's not exactly the most friendly area, that's for sure. It is kind of harsh, but once you get past there, you got a church that you can go to. You can talk to Melina here too, but you can also yeah, over here, yeah. Pick up the Somberstone Miner's Bell Bearing 3, which will allow you to get Somber Smithing Stone 5 and 6, I believe. Yeah, 5 and 6. I will have a whole video just explaining how to get all infinite smithing stones and somber smithing stones, but that'll be for another video. But I just want to show you that. It's just a reference. But anyway, we're gonna sit down now. We're gonna talk to. Well, we could use a sacred tear first, but now we'll talk to Melina and let's see what she has to say.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you? In Marika's own words, hark, brave warriors. Hark, my lord Godfrey. We commend your deeds. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal to the place ye stand. Put the giants to the sword and confine the flame atop the mount. Let a new epoch begin, an epoch glistening with life. Brandish the Elden Ring for the age of the Erd Tree. We're almost there. The flame of ruin lies just ahead. I'm glad it was you I traveled with. I must tender my thanks to Torrent, too. Thank you, Torrent. Please continue to lend your aid. Till the end.
Alright, so there we go. She's just like, you're getting closer, keep going. That's basically what she's saying. Cause she remember the thorns blocked us from entering. Remember they blocked us from going and becoming Elden Lord. We tried at Lane Dell after killing Morgoth. We tried, but we were denied. We were rejected. So now we gotta find a way to get rid of those thorns blocking the Erd Tree, and that's why we're coming to this snow area to do one thing. And we'll see by the end of the video. You guys will know. So. And oh god, okay, so yeah, just kind of follow along with me here. Don't die from these gigantic Kalid dinosaurs here, or dogs, whatever they are. I don't know. Around here, yeah, there's some smoldering butterflies. There's someone who likes a bunch of fire grease. You just like to put fire grease on your weapon, pick up some smoldering butterflies there. As I mean, I know you need those for fire grease. If you watch my get overpowered early in Elden Ring, you'll know there's a big area where you can get a ton of smoldering butterflies in Limgrave to craft fire grease. I think it's very important in these games to know what your build is early. That's something that I when I like started playing Dark Souls and stuff in this game, like I it's when you first play, you don't really know what you want, and I think it's important to pick a build first when you play. You don't want to like just have your runes just all over the place. That's not good. Um, because then you're really gonna have a hard time because it'll be harder to farm runes, harder to level up the more you level up. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, you want to run through this enemy camp. Don't fight anyone. You can if you want, but I don't think it's worth it. Just keep running. Gonna be some chains you have to run through here. Just ignore or just don't fall off. As long as you don't fall off, it's fine. If you just run straight, it's fine. You don't have to like run side to side. No, it's not that hard. The chains are big enough. And then over here, yeah, we can get another piece of the map. Over here, there we go. So now we have the mountaintops of the giants map. There we go. We got another Lost Grace. So we're almost at the fire giant boss fight now. We're very close. Um, but in this video, I do want to show you guys um, a very easy way to beat this boss. And so I'm gonna show it in the video rather than making you skip around a bunch of video. I know I do that a lot in my videos, so I try to minimize it as much as I can. So I am gonna try and minimize the amount you have to skip around in the video. Go to the link in the description, all that. I just want to make it so you don't have to do that. Because I know that can be annoying sometimes, and I do that a lot, so I want to minimize that. But yeah, so we're gonna go to the last site of grace the closest site of grace to the fire giant. Then I'll talk about how we're going to easily destroy this fight. It'll take very long. It's if you're someone who's impatient, then this might not be the best idea. But if you've been on this boss for ages and you just want to you just want to be done. You don't want to ever look at him again. You just want to be done. Then yeah, this is the guide for you. If you're like super frustrated, then yeah. But alright, so here's the last site of grace that before the fire giant boss fight. And so yeah, so if you we are going to be using the Latenna Spirit Ashes summon. So if you don't have the Latenna Spirit summon, Latenna the Albinauric Spirit summon, then just keep watching. But if you do, you can skip ahead in the video. But yeah, so from here on out, I'm gonna show you how to get Latenna the Albinauric. So um yeah, so first of all, so you have to start out in Liurnia Liurnia of the Lakes. So yeah, you might have the spirit summon. You do have to go on a little bit of a quest line. So it's possible you haven't. Um, but yeah. So here we are. We're at Liurnia of the Lakes and Latenna. There's gonna be a cave we have to go through in order to get to Latenna. There's a little boss fight. We have to. It's not a hard boss fight though, and I'm gonna beat him naked here just to show how easy he is. But yeah, so there's an updraft here, so I just made life hard for myself, and I actually just jumped up. I just jumped up with the updraft because I thought it was fun. But no, don't use the updraft. Just keep on running along the rocks or running along the mountain because the cave is below this mountain. It's not above. If you do happen to take the updraft, you could just jump down because you won't take any damage from the updraft, or you could just do what I did and do it the hard way and find the ramp that takes you down. You could do that, but I just made it super hard for myself. But just keep running along the mountain. Keep on running along the foot of the mountain, and you'll find an opening in the cave. And if you still can't find it, then I guess you could try my hard way of getting it. I just thought it would be fun. But yeah, yeah. So the waypoint, it's like right about there. Uh, so if you're having trouble, that's where it is. There's gonna be like an enemy camp here. Just you don't have to fight them. But yeah. So yeah, there's this. If you just go down, or if let's say you were at the updraft, you just kept on running on the foot of the mountain, you'll find like a hole in the wall. That's the cave. So now you're gonna get your lantern out, and there we go. This is the Lakeside Crystal Cave. Um, that's the name. Then there's a site of grace right at the beginning. Go get that so we can warp. Don't have to do all of that again. Let's see what's in this again. I have no idea. Arteria leaf. Oh yeah, those are good for like exalted flesh. You need those to like those are one of the ingredients for crafting exalted flesh, so that can increase your damage or something. Um, yeah, okay, so yeah, we have to do a little bit of platforming here. It's not too hard, just don't fall. That's my only advice. Don't fall. If you have to swing your sword to like stop yourself from moving too far, then that's okay. Oh yeah, there's people gonna fall here too. Just don't let them kill you. This guy took me an awful long time to kill. Yeah, yeah. Just use. Yeah, there we go. I got that bloody slash on my Nagakiba. There we go. All right. Keep on dropping down. Honestly, this is probably the hardest part. Just not dropping down and dying. Everything else is pretty easy. The enemies in here aren't tough. They don't do much damage. And I'm gonna eventually just start showing off how good I am, and I'll take off all my clothes here and just have no armor. But alright, so here we go. Now we're in this. You'll know where to not keep jumping down when you see this little lantern there. So once you see that, then don't keep jumping off. Now you're gonna run into the room, and there's gonna be some enemies who are shooting ice at you. They do like barely any damage, as you can see. My armor is just blocking everything I do. Yeah, these guys can't do a thing to me. So don't worry about them. Just go. Doesn't matter. Look at them. I'm even gonna let them. I'm gonna let them. I'm gonna go let them follow me. Yeah. They can't do much. Yeah. Here's where I start getting super confident, and then I actually start taking some damage, and I actually have to use my flasks. So yeah, I make things hard for myself, for sure. And I end up there's a boss too, so I have to fight him naked too. But yeah, even without any armor to protect you at all, you still won't take much damage. Yeah, okay, we got a little bit important. Okay, this is actually kind of hard. Yeah, just don't die there. But it's still pretty easy. This is probably the hardest part of all of it. Yeah, the platforming, just not dying. As you can see here, I'm hesitant because I can't really tell if that's going to be a drop. Rainbow stones would have been helpful here. But yeah, if you don't know what rainbow stones are, they're these stones. If you drop them, you can drop them on the ground. If they break, that means you'll die. If you jump down there, if they don't break, that means you won't die. If you jump down there. Um, but yeah, so there we go. We got some smithing stones and lumps of flesh. There, all right. More of these enemies who do like barely any damage. I even let them hit me, but that still does like absolutely nothing. My attacks are still the same. There we go. All right. And if you want to fight them, go ahead. It's not like you'll end up dying. But okay, at this point, at this point, I'm pretty low, and then I healed up because I got worried. I got overconfident here. So don't get too overconfident. I just did this to be a really easy challenge. Uh, but okay, keep going. Here we go. This is the boss room. So now we have to fight a boss, and he's gonna. Okay, there we go. The Bloodhound Knight. And then I start panicking because then I forgot that I had to fight a boss. And then I had to do it naked. So there we go. Here's how I fight this boss naked. So he's not that hard, and with my Asher Bloody Slash, it's pretty easy. Honestly, it isn't a problem that every time I use Bloody Slash, I lose a little bit of health, but it's not that bad. Look at yeah, I am losing more health when I use this Asher, but it does so much damage to him it doesn't even matter. But yeah, I made sure that I didn't die either. Though I don't want to die here. Yeah, but you have to beat this guy if you want to get to Latenna. Just so you know. But as you can see, he's not hard. He's not like the fire giant or something. I know sometimes you watch a guy and they're like, "Oh, here, this is a really hard boss." But in order to beat this boss, you have to fight an even harder boss to do that. So I don't want to be that. I don't want to make that type of guide because if there's this really powerful weapon that you can get from killing a boss harder than the boss that you're trying to give a guide for, then I might as well just make a whole separate guide for that, or I might just not. I might use a different strategy or something. Because I don't. It's like it's annoying when you have to fight an even harder boss that isn't even mandatory. So yeah, I don't want to do that.
Fell
Anyway, so
tarnished.
let's go talk to Latenna.
What do you want? I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
Yeah, Latenna is a little bit like
I told
not
the
really,
all-hearing brute
kind of
already
annoyed.
that
She
I
thinks we're the bad
possess
guy or
no
something
such
like that.
medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
So yeah, we have to give her something that shows her that we like don't want to be mean to her or something. I don't know why she doesn't like us, but um, she is a little bit upset. So looks like we gotta go find someone who can give us something that will make her trust us. From the cave, we're gonna run out and we're gonna have to go to the village of the Albinaurics. Now this village is located like in this mountainous area. Now it's under the mountain though, because I know above on that mountain, it's only possible after like practically doing Ronnie the Witch's full quest line. No, this is not the same thing. We have to. It's below the mountain, so you don't even have to do any of Ronnie's quest line. To get here, it's below the mountain, not above the mountain. Yeah, getting to the mountain without doing Ronnie's quest line, that glitch was patched out, patch 1.06. So yeah, we gotta go all the way over. It's under the mountain though, so it's no big deal. Yeah, so once you see these like little like poles or these little things that are where a bunch of people are hanged, basically yeah the long poles where there's people that are literally have been hanged, then you know you're close, and you gotta run up that little ramp here where there's a bunch of people who are hanged. This is like a very dark village. It's not the type of place you'd want to go hang out for vacation or something. It's not a good place to live. Trust me. So maybe you want to move out of this place. It's not a happy place. And there's a bunch of people tortured here. Basically a bunch of people killed the Albinaurics that live here. And there is one remaining guy though. Or at least we've only found one remaining guy, and he's close by. Now there is an enemy here. Looks like one of the people who probably have killed all these people. Yes, you can fight him if you want. If he becomes a problem, then you might want to fight him. But yeah, that's probably one of the people who killed all these people. But yeah, when you
Dear me,
hit this barrel, you find a survivor.
I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait then, you're not one of them? Well, what a relief. Oh, goodness me. I am Albus, an Albinauric. As you can see, we're finished. The whole village is finished. The cursemongers have destroyed everything. No one that remains has their wits about them. I beg you. Would you look after this medallion? You must keep it out of the cursemongers' hands.
Oh my god, now we get
If
the
you should
healing
meet
tree
the
medallion.
young Albinauric Latenna, then please give it to her.
Alright.
A
give
chosen
it to
land
Latenna.
awaits us Albinaurics. The medallion is the key that leads to the city. It's only a quaint treasure for we who cannot make the journey. But for dear Latenna, it is needed to fulfill her purpose. My legs will soon fade, and with them my life. Alas, this is the immovable fate of all Albinaurics.
There we go. So now we see Albus. Like probably the last one, he has died. Yeah, it's not a place that is a happy place. It's a place where a lot of people have been tortured. And that's Albus. So yeah, that's Albinaurics are a very tortured tribe for sure. They've had to endure a lot. So anyway, we now have the medallion, and now we're gonna go see Latenna. Where is she? Oh my god, what is wrong with me? She is over here. Okay, there we go. So we have to go to Latenna the Albinauric. We can give her the medallion and be
I
like, "We're
told
not
you,
here to
human
hurt you."
brute, already that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough? Or do you speak true? So old Albus entrusted his medallion to you. Then I've no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Latenna, an Albinauric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier. I presume the worst. seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute. I hope that you will forgive me. The medallion's better off in your hands anyway. Would you consider doing me a great service? I must go back. There is something I must do, even if I must say farewell to my wolf Lobo. Will you show me the way? To the land of Miquella's Halig tree. If you accept, I would gladly apprise you of the whereabouts of the medallion's other half. Thank you kindly. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erd Tree, in Castle Sol, on the mountaintops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Rold. Then I suppose it's time. Farewell, Lobo. My faithful wolf. My better half. I will go with the Tarnished, so that our journey will not have been in vain. Forgive me, Lobo.
Alright, so there we go, we got Latenna the Albinauric. And now we're able to summon her in, and now we can fight the fire giant. You can go do your quest line if you want at Castle Sol. It's actually in the snow area, so you can do it now if you want, but I am not. But first, let's say you wanted to go upgrade your weapons, or maybe you wanted to go upgrade Latenna if you wanted. Maybe you might want to go back. And if you did go back, you might get invaded. Now, this is not specific to Latenna's questline. I don't think. I think it's once you enter the snow area, the next time you come back to Round Table Hold, there's gonna be this guy invading. I'm pretty sure it's once you enter the snow area. I don't think it's not specific to Latenna's questline. I don't think. But yeah, so this jerk comes and invades, and it's just I think the thing that is so surprising about this is that this is a place that is supposed to be safe for the Tarnished. It's supposed to be a place where you're not even allowed to swing your weapon in the game. And for this guy to come and invade Round Table Hold and break those rules is just the most disrespect the Tarnished can do to fellow Tarnished, and that really is terrible. So there we go. We got a claim bone. That guy deserved his death for sure. But alright. And so now if you go over here, we can also get his armor, the Royal Remains armor. Um yeah, I want to show that because I will be wearing his armor, throughout the game now. And so if you were wondering how did you get that armor, I just wanted to show you how. But alright. So now back to the fire giant. You want to have Latenna the Albinauric equipped with you. And now let's bring out Torrent. So here we go. Let's start writing. And fire giant is there. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Now this, once again, it will take very long. So if you're very impatient or you don't want to wait really long or something like that, then you should just go. You should probably hit it. You have to go aim at his toes, or those are his weak spots to hit. But yeah, that first attack that I just dodged you, he always starts with the attack, and you have to dodge that attack, no matter what. So just dodge that first attack by rolling through it, or just get off your horse or something. Just do something that makes iframes, and then run away from him. Now, once again, if you don't want to do this strategy, then I recommend going up close to him and hitting his toes. That really does a lot. That is his weak point. So then go hit him in his toes, and then you'll eventually see like his body parts start breaking and stuff. So, that's his best spot. That's what I can say. And then yeah, so there we go. So yeah, once you're gonna hide behind that tree I was just at, and then you want to run away when you see he starts lunging. So if you want to rewind back, you could do that. But when he starts lunging at you, when you're hiding behind that tree, when he starts lunging at you, that's when you want to run away. And once you get down here, you're gonna summon a Latenna the Albinauric, and she's just gonna go hit away at the fire giant. And now you're probably wondering, how is the fire giant just not coming? Why is he just not coming over to go kill you and Latenna? Well, that's because he gets stuck at the mountain. He literally gets stuck, and you can't. He can't hit you. So Latenna's just gonna eat away at his health. So yes, this will take incredibly long. Um, this guy has one of the biggest health bars out of all the bosses in the game. So he has a lot of health. So if you are feeling like you don't want to do this, like this just takes too long, then let's again aim for his toes and he is gonna try and roll around and try and hit you. Make sure you can just dodge through his attacks. His attacks are pretty slow, so if you can try and dodge through them. Phase 2 it gets harder. I will kind of go over the main combat without Latenna when we get to phase 2, but first, you're just gonna kind of sit here for phase 1. You will have to do something in phase 2 because when he gets to phase 2, you will get teleported back to the middle of the arena. So you'll have to get back here. But I'll cover all that when we get to phase 2. But for now, just let Latenna shoot away at him. You could use your own ammo or you could shoot spells if you want. But I mean, it might be you might run out of FP or run out of ammo or something like that. The only way though he can hit Latenna, he might shoot a fireball. So if he shoots a fireball, it moves very slow, by the way. So it's not like a fast fireball that could hit you. It'll be very slow. So you have to make sure that the fireball, like he's looking at you, you want to make sure the fireball goes to you and not to Latenna. You want to make sure it targets you and not Latenna because it could one shot Latenna. Like Latenna is not upgraded. I haven't upgraded her at all. Just for convenience for you guys, if you don't want to upgrade her, you don't have to upgrade her at all. Just make sure she doesn't get hit by like a fireball or something because he might shoot her. Never mind. But anyway, after a long time, he will reach second phase. So we can just kind of watch. We can watch this second phase cutscene. It's a pretty gory, cool cutscene. You can see he's in a lot of pain. Ah, yes, the most disgusting part about this. The most disgusting part is how he rips his toe off. What a scene, what a scene. Alright, so now the fire giant now crawls because he has no foot. So yeah, you still gotta run away from him though, because he can still attack you. It actually gets a lot harder now. So you're gonna have to hide behind this rock. Don't hide behind that tree like last time. It's destroyed. So you gotta hide behind this rock, and he can't hit you at all from this angle. You have to wait for him to crawl forward. If you don't want to do this, you want to do the normal combat. Hit anything that's on fire, right? Like his hands are on fire, that will do a lot of damage. And if you're able to, his eye can also, you can do a lot of damage to his eyes too. So that's important to note. So now he's shooting at fireballs. So yeah, there is a big potential that he could get fireballs to you. But yeah, you just want to make sure you hide behind here. He shouldn't be able to hurt you at all. You should be okay. And then now you're gonna just go run away on your horse over here and jump out over there. And alright, there we go. And that's it. So once he gets close enough, like there, you're gonna run back here. And that's it. Now Latenna's still gonna be sitting there. And she's just gonna fire away at the fire giant again. Just wait. Okay, there we go. He's just gonna fire away at the fire giant. Now, every time Latenna shoots the fire giant, she's gonna move slightly to the left. So if you find that she moves so much to the left that the tree gets in her way and she starts hitting the tree, just keep waiting because if she starts hitting the tree, she'll just keep moving left because she'll still be hitting the tree. She won't stop attacking, and the fire giant won't run away. So if she's shooting the tree, just wait for her, and then she'll eventually just adjust herself so she can start hitting him again. So it might take a little bit longer, but if she starts hitting the tree, just keep waiting, because it'll be fine. And then there we go, just stand there. Once again, if he shoots any fireballs, just make sure you block him. Once again, when he shoots from this angle, usually it's a slow fireball. He really doesn't shoot any like fast fireballs, so it's just usually just a slow fireball that you can just make sure it targets you, and then you can run away from it, and then it'll explode. Um, so yeah. So that's pretty much it. That is pretty much the fire giant beaten. You just gotta wait for him to die now. Yes, I know it takes a very painfully long time to do this. So once again, if you want to go melee in first phase, go for his toes, and maybe try to bring like frostbite or bleed so you can do more damage to him. That might be helpful. Get frostbite or bleed or something, or like like maybe rotten breath or like incantation or like raw arrows, poison grease, rock grease, something like that. And then for second phase, gotta hit his anything that's on fire, his hands, his eye too. That's good. And there we go. That is the fire giant felled. We got the remembrance of the fire giant, which is we can eventually give away in the round table, holding some cool stuff from that. But there we go. So that is the fire giant down. Now we have to do. Now we have to go. We're gonna talk to Melina for the last time, and it's gonna be on that big like bowl shaped thing with the chains. That big bowl shaped structure. Yeah, with the chains. We're gonna go kind of walk up the chains here, and then we're gonna talk to Melina. She's gonna do some interesting things here. So yeah, let's ride up now. We're gonna have to get to the site of grace, which is to the left. Yeah, so you just gotta run over to the site of grace, and then we're gonna watch another pretty cool cutscene. That's probably cooler than the fire giant scene of him ripping his foot off. Otherwise, I do think that that was a little crazy. I guess he was in pain. I guess so he was like, I'm just gonna rip it off. But all right, so there we go. Let's sit down. Let's talk to Melina. Here we go. Let's level up first. We got a lot of runes from that. We got a lot of runes from killing this fire giant. Let's level up from that. Uh, yeah, I mainly focus on strength. Alright, here we go. Talk to Melina.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair and death. Indiscriminate. Are you prepared to commit a cardinal sin?
I'm ready. I mean, this is part of the progression of the
Very
game.
well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment. O Erd Tree, you shall burn. Burn for the sake of the new Lord. Thank you for guiding me here. The one who walks alongside flame shall one day meet the road of destined death. Goodbye.
Alright, so yeah, that's that was the plan. So now the thorns that were blocking us from entering the Erd Tree, they're now gone. They're all gone now, and now we can go and become Elden Lord. But first, we have to go and beat Farum Azula first before we can go to Leyndell. And that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do next. I'm going to show you how to beat the next boss in the game, which is Godskin Duo, which is I know a lot of people have trouble with. So I'm going to be helping you guys doing that. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please just like. If you love the video, you can subscribe to see more of my content. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was helpful. And I will see you next one. Goodbye.